Anyway, let's jump into this other one. You guys done talking about?
Sure. We're ready for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not ready for you. Hold on. Technical difficulties here.
You're our key value generator right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Boy.
In many ways.
What a disappointment. So mine's actually from Vox.
The KVG.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Key value driver.
What do you guys call it?
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys got. Mine's from the. Mine's actually from Vox, the place where journalistic integrity. No, I'm just kidding. Vox, though, has an article about why nonprofits give away so much crap. And I thought this was an interesting article because, well, for those that don't know, I'm involved with nonprofit accounting and have been for the last, I don't know, good 7 years or so. But I find that nonprofits often, like much like the accounting world, are kind of stuck maybe like 5 to 10 years in the past of how technology and like sales and the way that just the companies function from like a very we think archaic, because now everything is so fast and digital and such, but those kind of industries have always been slow to adopt that kind of stuff. But what they're talking about here is, like you see NPR or the public access television, PBS and stuff like that, public broadcasting system, they have those telethons, and they always have like the tiers of gifts that you can get. So, for $50 and a reoccurring membership, you get a tote bag, or if you just, $20 more donation, you get the Ken Burns, like Civil War gift bag, set too. And these things, are kind of like, they're talking about how they're like status symbols. Like, you wanted to pay that extra $20 to get that membership or that donation to be able to have the tote bag, to be able to wear it, to be like, oh, show your alliance or tribalism toward these nonprofits that people are kind of iconic, like public broadcasting or the Audubon Society or whatever you may think. And so, and even in the smaller nonprofits that I had, everybody always had an annual report, some kind of like keychain or, some kind of swag to get their message out there. But a lot of times it's an incentive product for you to give them a donation. And one thing that article says is kind of it goes into the marketing behind it. And it's very much like a for-profit, like restaurant or business, where if you got them on board, you had to pay to get them on board, basically by bribing them with like a tote bag or a T-shirt, which probably costs the nonprofit $5 or $10 per.
Yeah.
And the person that's getting it is maybe donating $2 or $3, so it costs you $2 to get this donor in free shit that you're giving away, for lack of a better word. It's just crap. And so, but the thing is now they have your information and they can hit you up for donations now, mid-year, year-end. And the longer that you're a part of this, the more money you're going to give. And research has borne that out in giving. And recently, like, donations have come down, so nonprofits are kind of struggling with an identity of how to get digital marketing going, and then also like the give and take between giving away free stuff, basically having to buy donors. The other thing too is sometimes the free stuff doesn't line up with the mission of the nonprofit. For instance, there was an ocean, Save the Ocean organization that they mentioned in here. They were giving away free tote bags, and one of the things was they were trying to reduce plastic waste in the ocean. But then the tote bag shows up wrapped in 3 plastic bags that these people are taking apart. So they're part of the problem by getting, by the exact thing they were trying to battle against now. So it's interesting, and I'd like your guys' opinion. I don't know how much of these like solicitation for donations you receive, or if you've ever donated to somebody because you would get something for free, kind of that status. I doubt Ty's probably done it for a status symbol T-shirt, but I do know people that have donated because they want that kind of look. I support.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, as you were talking about that, I was thinking that exact thing, that I think there are cases where, like, if it's a unique item, a unique T-shirt or a hat or something, you just can't get it unless you're one of the donors. It's virtue signaling, right? Mm-hmm. I've got that T-shirt. That means I'm part of the tribe, and I give and that kind of thing. And so I think there is. And I mean, I'm not necessarily it's not something I'm seeking to do, but I could see I could be susceptible to something like that if there was like a cool organization that
Right.
you could, that
Yeah.
that only donors could wear this certain thing or whatever. I could see how I'd be susceptible to that.
Yeah, and they're coming a long way with swag, in these different organizations. I had one thing where Amex sent me a drone, and then they told me that you can use the drone, but we are going to do a sales pitch, and the remote is in the hands of the salesperson, and he'll come to your office, and if you listen to his 30-minute speech, you can fly the drone. And I destroyed the drone and never thought about it again. Ever.
That sounds like the
Wow.
old the vacation giveaway for the timeshares, and they have you in that room with all the
Yeah.
other cattle.
Yeah, that's a pretty heavy
Yeah.
pitch.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah.
amazing.
But you can do a lot with swag. That's the point.
Yeah, wow.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say you engineered your own remote. And
Oh yeah, no, backed into it.
Go
It was
on.
obvious. Yeah.
It was a basic
You're like-
275E42 model. Yeah.
I fly this thing for free.
Dip switches, and we were in the air. I was riding around on it by the end of the day.
Made a hoverboard. Oh, this whole segment's not going to be able to use. Oh,
Well, so you said something earlier I want to ask about.
yeah.
Who the hell's Ken Burns?
Ken Burns, you don't know who Ken Burns
No.
is? So
You know who
PBS,
Ken Burns is?
do you know who Ken Burns is?
The Jeopardy guy? Or
No, that's Ken Jennings.
Ken Jennings.
What's in that coffee cup? Is it your coffee?
The other
Okay.
Ken Burns. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
I love the way you're like, you don't know who that is? Yeah,
No,
I'm not
no,
in the know,
I
man.
do
I didn't.
not in the know.
Can we talk about Ken Jennings?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
no.
no.
Ken Burns is a documentary filmmaker. So
I don't
he-
know KB.
KB.
Yeah.
Me and him go way back.
Okay.
But he did like a documentary on the Civil War. He did one on World War I and II with Tom Hanks. He's like he's
Okay.
a pretty visionary filmmaker.
So like
revered.
cinematographer too, in terms of the reason I ask
Yeah.
is because you brought it. You were like, oh, maybe like a Ken Burns tote or whatever. And the other day, I was messing around with our website, tycar.com, and I was trying to. And it had like the Ken Burns setting, and I'm like, I don't know who this person is, but I love the setting, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you brought him up. I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
This Ken Burns guy just keeps showing up everywhere. Who is it? I gotta know.
Yeah.
No, he's a filmmaker. I,
Mr.
think he is
Burns.
Mr. He's a filmmaker, documentary filmmaker. He's on big on the PBS and
Okay,
Vietnam
Okay.
War.
So he must have
documentary.
because this setting was like some kind of way of zooming in and out and changing photos, and so it has
okay.
something to do. Yeah, I figured it had something to do with photography or cinematography. Or
For people that don't know, we have an editor that listens to this whole thing. Unfortunately, Ethan, I'm so sorry, but I wish you had a computer so you could pull this up because I'm going to do Ken Burns really quick. Here we go. Documentaries. Yeah, see, he comes up as a documentary filmmaker. The films.
okay,
Here's his Wikipedia.
so he must have, I'm sure he has some kind of style to how he does this. That
Now I'm going to age myself because I got to put on my glasses to read. Kenneth Lauren Burns, born 1953, is an American filmmaker known for his style of using archival footage and photographs in documentary films.
okay,
So Civil War, baseball, jazz, the war, national parks, Roosevelt's, Vietnam War, country music, the West, cancer, the empire of all Madeleines. I don't know. Brooklyn Bridge, Statue of Liberty, among others.
yeah. All right. Well, I learned something today. Hopefully, you all learned something today. That's great. Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm here to do.
Yes.
That's what I
good.
pride myself
Yeah.
on.
Excellent. Yeah.
Well, I guess we're done talking about it.
We're done. Yeah.
I don't know.
We're
I guess.
done.
Is that it?
Yeah. Are you guys done?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay. Well, all right.
They're done with this episode.
turning it off.
Sure. Nobody's listening by this point.
All right. Well, I guess we will bring this to a close, and I'll thank Charlie and AJ for
Yeah.
sharing the afternoon with me, and another good discussion. And for you guys at home, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe and hit the notification so you know when we're coming out. And if you're listening on the podcast, keep downloading us, and we'll keep doing it. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for listening.